This is Africa in 10 minutes, where we bring to you the top business news in Africa, courtesy Footprint to Africa. I'm Chamaka J. Uwadoka, and in the news, Footprint to Africa facilitates a $600 million power generation deal in Cross River State, Nigeria. Marriott International Landmark Africa Group announced signing of Renaissance Lagos Hotel and Marriott Executive Apartments. Uber names new GM for West Africa. And now the news in details. The investment bridge arm of Footprint to Africa has facilitated a $600 million 750 megawatt power generation deal between the governments of Cross River State in Nigeria and Monitor Power Solutions LLC, duly represented by Alan Kassler, Managing Director, African Discovery Group in New York. The power will be delivered via a floating power vessel utilizing feedstock derived from NNPC's gas pipeline. The ship will be based on Calabar waters and is expected to be operational for an initial 15-year period. Additionally, the deal involves temporary truck-based turbines that will be operational with a functional capacity of 40 megawatts within 6 months by Siemens' new aeroderivative model SGT A45TR gas turbine. Speaking on behalf of Monitor Power Solutions LLC, African Discovery Group CEO Alan Kassler said, "We are thrilled to be providing the people of Cross River State an inexpensive, consistent, comprehensive power solution that will enhance their economic development for many generations to come." The Managing Director of Footprint to Africa, Barrister Osita Oparago, in his remarks said, "I am convinced that looking at the kind of projects the state has embarked on, the state is on the right track to becoming an investment destination of choice in Nigeria and Africa." In his response, the Executive Governor of Cross River State thanked Mr. Kassler, the representative of Siemens, Mr. Ifedako Adeniyi, and the Managing Director of Footprint to Africa for their confidence in his state. In other news, Marriott International and Landmark Africa Group have announced the signing of Renaissance Lagos Hotel and Marriott Executive Apartments. Slated to open in 2020, the hotels will be located within the Landmark Village Precinct, a premium mixed-use business, leisure and lifestyle development along the Atlantic Ocean waterfront in Victoria Island, the central business district of Lagos. Alex Kyriakidis, President and Managing Director of Middle East and Africa Marriott International, said, "The Renaissance Lagos Hotel and Marriott Executive Apartments will be a significant addition to our strong Nigeria portfolio. There is a growing need for high-caliber short and extended stay lodging in Nigeria, and we believe that the two hotels together will help bridge this gap." The 25-floor hotel will feature a 216-room full-service Renaissance Lagos Hotel and 44-room Marriott Executive Apartments, offering extended stay apartments with space, ambience, and the privacy of residential living. Paul Owanibe, Chief Executive Officer, Landmark Africa Group, in his statement said, "Marriott International is synonymous with quality and unique lifestyle experiences globally, which we at the Landmark Africa Group continuously strive to align ourselves with. We look forward to bringing Marriott hospitality and passion for excellence to the Landmark Village, setting a new benchmark for mixed-use developments in the region." Designed to be the first Lagos equivalent of the Rockefeller Center in New York, Canary Wharf in London, Rosebank in Johannesburg, and Victoria and Alfred Waterfront in Cape Town, the Landmark Village features office spaces, luxury apartments, high-end retail, as well as international restaurants. It is rapidly emerging as the leading mixed-use development on the West African coastline. Moving on, Uber has announced the appointment of Nigerian-Canadian Lola Kasim as its new General Manager for West Africa. With over 10 years of global experience working with the senior private sector and government levels in Africa and Canada, Lola will be responsible for driving Uber's overall strategy for West Africa, which includes improving reliability and service levels for UberX and creating additional value adds for driver partners. I'm immensely pleased to be joining Uber at a pivotal point in the company's growth and expansion curve. My vision for West Africa in particular is to ensure that we are aligned with Uber's overall objective of creating sustainable alternative modes of mobility, Lola said. The General Manager, Sub-Saharan Africa, Uber, Alon Litz, commenting on the latest appointment, said, "As a company that is deeply committed to diversity and inclusiveness, we are excited to have Lola join the team of other incredible women at Uber who are pushing the envelope towards achieving the global vision of creating value for riders and driver partners alike." She began her career with the Canadian government, where she served as policy advisor to senior officials. In agri-news, the African Development Bank has expressed commitments to make agriculture a profitable business as well as create 10,000 young agricultural entrepreneurs per country in the next 10 years. Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, President of the Continental Bank, said that Africa's food security depended on attracting young people to agriculture and agribusiness. He added that the sector can potentially create wealth and employment for African youth, thereby stemming migration. Adesina therefore urged African leaders to make agriculture attractive to young Africans. We must get youths into agriculture and see it as a profitable business venture, not a sign of lacking ambition. Many African youths are passionate about staying back on the continent to create wealth and employment if given the tools and opportunities to put their skills to use, Adesina said. According to him, under the Empowering Novel Agribusiness-Led Employment Enable Youth Program, the African Development Bank is working with International Institute of Tropical Agriculture to develop new generation of young commercial farmers and agribusiness entrepreneurs. He added that with more than 70% of Africans depending on agriculture for their livelihoods, it is imperative for the sector's full potential to be unlocked and by so doing, help to vastly improve the lives of Africans. He said, given that African smallholder farmers are on average about 60 years old, Africa's food security depends on attracting young people into agriculture and agribusiness and empowering them. Governments can support this shift through the right enabling environments via policy reforms for increased private investments in agriculture and agribusiness. The World Bank has projected that crude oil prices would average $52 to $53 per barrel this year, an increase of 24% over 2016, owing largely to stronger demands and controlled supply by OPEC. The Bretton Woods Institution, which gave the forecast in its October 2017 issue of Africa's Pulse, one of its publications, noted that while the prices of crude oil had been under downward pressure throughout the year, the prices had recovered. According to the bank, after dropping to $46 per barrel in mid-year amid a rebound in U.S. crude oil production, crude oil prices have recovered. Crude oil prices rose in the third quarter owing to strong demand and improved compliance by the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries (OPEC) and non-OPEC producers with production agreement. And finally this week, a growing young population across the Middle East, Africa and South Asia is increasing demand for digitally delivered financial services, a new report from the Economist Intelligence Unit has revealed. The unit states that with a combined population of over 3 billion, deepening mobile connectivity and growing prominence as a trade and investment hub, the Middle East, Africa and South Asia will be a source of both demand and supply for more and better financial services. The report titled The Next Frontier, The Future of Finance in the Middle East, Africa and South Asia was sponsored by Dubai International Financial Center and the Economist Intelligence Unit. It explores the forces shaping the future of financial services, focusing on market, technology and policy enablers. This untapped potential presents an attractive opportunities for companies providing financial services, both traditional and non-traditional players, states the report. It indicates that as trade and investments increase in the region, there will also be a growing market for wholesale banking and capital markets. Governments and regulators have a vital role to play, said Melanie Noruna, editor of the report. They can prime the market by using better services and technologies themselves, or they can set it back by using outdated systems and approaches. They must balance innovation with prudence, protecting consumers and stability, while encouraging promising new ideas to help increase the efficiency of the financial system, she added. That wraps up the news of the week. Please stay tuned for a recap of the story. Footprint Africa facilitates a $600 million power generation deal in Cross River State, Nigeria. Marriott International Landmark Africa Group announced signing of Renaissance Lagos Hotel and Marriott Executive Apartments. Uber names new GM for West Africa. The African Development Bank vows to revive agric entrepreneurship. Global oil prices to average $53 per barrel in 2017, according to the World Bank. And growing young Middle Eastern, African, South Asian population increasing demand for digitally delivered financial services, according to a report from Economist Intelligence Unit. To keep up with the trending business news in Africa, stay connected. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and connect with us on LinkedIn. These news and reports are called from Footprint Africa. For daily updates and more business news in Africa, log on to www.footprintafrica.com today. Footprint Africa, business news made in Africa by Africa.